Alright, and then we're going to just apply a little more paint to the side here. And the head. Get an even coat on the top and both sides, front and back. Make sure we get the head. Get the front. Then we're going to do another lure just like it. Going to need a few more drops in the reservoir. I'm trying not to waste it, so that's where some of this is coming from. Like I say, this is my first lure, so I'm having to judge how much to put in, and I'm not judging very well apparently. The paint's coming out okay, but the judgment's not coming out that well. So anyway, we'll add a little more here, enough to hopefully finish up this last lure. Mix it up, do a test spray. There we go. She seems to be coming out pretty well. So far, so good. Looks like we got a fairly even coat here. So now what we'll do is we will stow the airbrush for a second, and I will take and heat set this with a blow dryer, which is basically just taking a blow dryer and putting the blow dryer on a low setting. And what it'll do is it'll heat set the paint. I should have thought ahead here and had this all plugged in. But, good old bud. Take this out, turn it around, get the other side, the top. Get the first foaming painted, make sure that's all set. And this is so you can apply the paint and do it in a fairly quick process so that it doesn't dry out on you, or it dries out on you and you don't have the paints kind of run into each other. It gives it a nice, crisp, clear look. So, anyway, I think we're pretty close here. Yep, keep dry. So now we'll mix the next color that we're going to apply. And that is going to be a pearlescent. It's a lime green. We'll be putting a few drops of that into the old hopper here on the airbrush. Here we go with that. Right. So on this color, we're going to come down from the top quite a bit more and not do the sides. And the reason we're doing that is so that we can get like a two-tone finish right here before we apply the scales. And all this is just a little darker green. And it's really beautiful too, this pearl color. Alright. Well, we'll get this other lure, same deal. And as you can see on that, you've got like a two-tone green. It's a little darker on top. Same thing over here. A little darker on top. It's not a lot darker because we're not really trying to make a huge difference here. But here we go. I think that's enough on those. And now we will heat set the paint again. Whoa, didn't mean to knock you guys for a loop there. So we'll heat set that paint, and then what we're going to do is apply the scales. And you'll like how we do this. We're basically going to use I'm cleaning the spray gun right now in between colors. The next color is going to be a lot darker color. But what we're going to use is one of those scrunchy type bath scrubbers there for liquid soap. What are you roughing about? Why are you roughing, pal? What's up with that, huh? Why are you roughing? So now we'll go ahead and heat set this. You have to remember, this is my first attempt at doing this airbrushing, so it may not be perfect. And this paint right here is fairly fast drying paint, so. But on this coat, we really want to make sure we get it nice and dry. Because like I said, we're going to put that scrunchie over top of it. And that right there will smudge the paint if there's any wet at all. And we really don't want any wet paint. So we'll do our best to get this perfect. Alright, well I have to go find that scrunchie and cut it up. So we've got our green all mixed up. I took and put it in the bowl there with the reducer and stuff. We've got the scrunchie all on here. As you can see, it actually almost looks like scale now without any paint put on it. And you want that fairly tight to the lure body. We'll put that back down. And you basically want to shoot straight down from the back. We'll get that all in the picture frame there. Try to. So what we'll do now is give it another little test shot. Now we'll come down from the back or the top. Over here to the other side, make sure we get the other side evenly, down about the same length. Go all the way back to the very tip where the back hook's going to go. And as you can see, we've got a pretty bright lure right here. This is going to be for smallmouth. It's a jerk bait for smallmouth. So now we will swap lures. And I'll put the coat on that other one. So here we go. Get that puppy in the window there. Not sure why she's not focusing so good, but maybe it's kind of focusing on that a little more. Well, anyway, we'll paint her up and we'll show you the final product. Like I say, what we want to do is get the top darker than the sides. Alright, now we'll heat set that, and we will clean out the airbrush, and we'll be back with you. So we've got our green all mixed up. I put it in the bowl there with the reducer and stuff. We've got the scrunchie all on here. As you can see, it actually almost looks like scale now without any paint put on it. And you want that fairly tight to the lure body. We'll put that back down. And you basically want to shoot straight down from the back. We'll get that all in the picture frame there. Try to. So what we'll do now is give it another little test shot. Now we'll come down from the back or the top. Over here to the other side, make sure we get the other side evenly, down about the same length. Go all the way back to the very tip where the back hook's going to go. And as you can see, we've got a pretty bright lure right here. This is going to be for smallmouth. It's a jerk bait for smallmouth. So now we will swap lures, and I'll put the coat on that other one. So here we go. Get that puppy in the window there. Not sure why she's not focusing so good, but maybe it's kind of focusing on that a little more. Well, anyway, we'll paint her up and we'll show you the final product. Like I say, what we want to do is get the top darker than the sides. Alright, now we'll heat set that, and we will clean out the airbrush, and we'll be back with you. So we're back. I've heat set the paint, I've cleaned the airbrush, we've run a little bit of cleaner through it. We'll take these clips off of that, and we'll see how our scale pattern come out. If I can pull this off. Didn't come out too bad. I think I probably should have had it pulled tighter, but it looks good with the color anyway. Stop knife. Stop. So we'll pull this one off and see if it come out any better. Could have probably been a darker color too, because the scale pattern really doesn't show up all that. It shows, but not all that well. I could have probably gone down a little darker with that. So now what we're going to do is give it a black back. So we're mixing the colors, and I'm also taking and cleaning the cup so we don't have any leftover residue in there. It'll give us green blotches in our black paint. There we go, I think that'll do it. So we'll shake this paint up, get it mixed in the cup on the airbrush. And we'll spray a little out, see what we got for a spray pattern. And this one here, we're definitely going to want to stay right up on top of the paint. On the top of the lure, I mean. So, we'll get this so it's like straight out there for me. So I can shoot straight down on it. There's that. And we'll do this one also the same way. Here we go. I think that one came out better than the first one I did. Although I don't know, they're both pretty good. Alright, so we'll heat set that and clean out the cup and everything. And we'll be right back with you. So everybody, these right here are the final products. As you can see, we've got the scale pattern, we've got the dark back, we've got the red belly here underneath. These are going to basically be jerk baits. I'm going to use them this spring. I tried to get some rattle traps, and unfortunately those rattle traps were all sold out. But as you can see the scale pattern on there. Looks pretty good. A few small imperfections, and where I put that the scrubby on, but live and learn. Like I say, I think I needed to have it just a little bit tighter, but I'm going to put the eyes on it, and then we will take and do the epoxy, and that'll be a separate segment. Alright, okay everybody, well thanks for watching, take care.